right, I'm here with a younger racer right here. Yeah, true younger racer. Probably the youngest racer. How old are you, man?
14.
Yep, definitely the youngest racer right here that we've got here. And what's your name? Where are you from, man?
Tyler Conley, Bradenton, Florida.
You're from Florida, eh? You're from how far from here, from Lake Butler?
3.5 hours.
Oh, that's not too bad. Not too bad of a ride. Hey, tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
I've lived around boats my whole life, pretty much.
And still in school? 9th grade. There you go. Got a girlfriend. Really, that's pretty good, then. Why do you race, man?
I've always had a passion for it. My dad set up a ton of boats back in the day. So.
Oh, so you've always had the passion for it. So what's the best thing about this? The best thing about coming to the races?
Meeting everybody, pretty much.
And what kind of boat you got, man?
T3 quarter shot.
T3 quarter shot. Really fast, huh? Really fast. Well, Tyler, best of luck to you this weekend, man. Thumbs up, buddy. All right, we're here at the soda race here in Lake Butler, Florida. And I'm gonna do a interview here with Candace Cox. And can you tell me your name, where you from?
My name is Candace Cox, and I'm from Washington, North Carolina. And I drive Second Chance.
That's right, yeah.
Get a picture of the boat here. And tell me a little bit about yourself, Candace.
I am 41 years old. I'm a mom of 2. I have 2 beautiful granddaughters, and I started boat racing about 4 years ago. And I have won 2 Pro Carb points championships last year and this year. And
you guys like to go tinker something.
How'd you get into it?
Actually, my brother-in-law started racing first, and watching him race and coming to the races and being a part of it got me in the need for speed, I guess is what you can say, and that's what got me into it. Family.
Why do you race?
For the fun of it. It's just absolutely fun and a blast, and something that guys don't expect women to do.
That's a good thing. Best thing about racing?
Winning, of course.
Well, we'll leave it at that. All right, I'm here with J.R. Weisennecker. Give me your name. Where are you from, buddy?
J.R. Weisennecker from Umatilla, Florida.
All right, what kind of boat you got here, bud?
A Mirage Quartermaster.
A Mirage Quartermaster. Let me go ahead and get a shot of the boat here. And everything. What kind of power you got back there, man?
Just an aluminum block. It's a 200 block that we ported and threw a couple small heads on it and see what it'll do.
Cool deal. Tell me about a little bit about yourself.
I'm like I said, I'm from Umatilla. I play baseball. I'm only 17. This will be my first race in this boat. I've raced 2 other times, and that's about it.
How'd you get into this, man?
My dad.
Your dad? Why you race?
For the fun.
For the fun?
It's just fun.
What's the best thing about the races and coming here?
Meeting everybody and just having fun.
All right, man. Cool. All right, I'm here with Toby Thompson. Tell me your name and where you from.
My name's Toby Thompson. I'm from Glenville, Georgia.
All right, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, been racing, I don't know, a couple years, and we run an Allison drag with a 2.5 on it, and that's basically all I got to say.
Let me go ahead and pan back here where we can get a picture of your pretty boat, man. Absolutely beautiful boat. This is the Allison drag, and you say it's a 2.5 on the back. Really nice. How did you get into racing? How did you get into all this,
Steve? I got to go in a couple years ago with friends to races, and we live on the Altamaha River down there in Glenville, and we've messed with old river boats all our lives, and just kind of evolved on into the racing boats, and we like it.
That's fantastic. Why do you do this? Why do you race?
I like the rush of it.
The rush of it?
Yeah.
The big rush of it.
That's right.
What's the best thing about the race? What's the best thing about coming here?
Getting to talk to everybody and see what everybody's got new. Yeah, I like all the new stuff. I like to see the new boats coming out and what everybody's got and meeting new folks.
All right, good talking.
Huh?
Hey,
Hey, Benny.
Here we are with Ben Simmons, man. Tell me your name, where you from?
I'm Ben Simmons, like you said. I'm from Vidalia, Georgia. And what else you want to know?
I'm gonna tell you a little bit more questions here. What's your dog's name?
Her name is Addie. Tell them your name.
And your wife?
Taylor.
Hey, Taylor. And Addie come to the races with
Yeah,
y'all,
she
right?
comes to every one of them.
That's
with
cool,
us.
that's
She
cool.
sure does. We couldn't leave her at the house.
Well, tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Well, I work for UPS, and I enjoy boat racing on the side. We like to do it for fun, and we travel to as many as we can.
How far do you travel to these races?
Well, it took us 3 hours to get here, but we've been as far as 5, 6, 7, however far we can make it to.
Really cool.
Yep.
How'd you get into all this?
Well, my dad has always been into it, and as a kid, I just kind of picked it up and have always enjoyed it. Always enjoyed messing with them.
Why do you do this? Why do you race?
Because I love it, man.
Because you love it.
Yep,
Cool
yep,
deal.
yep.
What's the best thing about it? The best thing about coming here?
Just seeing everybody and getting to, meet up and talk and fellowship. I enjoy
All right,
that.
let's walk over here and look at your
All
boat
right, let's
because I
check
didn't
it
do
out.
that. I
Yeah,
forgot about
sure.
the boat here. And
Yeah, man.
you can tell me what kind of boat you got.
It's a 98 XD 2002 Allison with a stock 280 on it. And she does good. She runs good. She's taking care of me.
Really pretty.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, here with another interview. All right, man, give me your name, where you from?
Hey, it's Eddie Mack. I'm out of Florida.
Let's step on in the sun a little. Just step there you go. Now I can see your face a little bit there. Tell me a little bit about yourself, man. Where you working all?
We started this boat. My dad got me into this when I was a young age, 14. Just doing lakes, rivers, nothing that big. About 5 years ago, we went up to Jasper, Tennessee to see World Finals. Once we saw that, these guys, they're fast. They're pretty amazing. So we got this boat, built it, and went out to our first race the next year, which was a soda race, just like the one we're at today. And didn't know anybody. Showed up and went out, won the first pass, second, third, fourth. Got in the finals, won the finals, and won the race first time out. Went through tech, and everybody surrounds the boat. It's pretty wild. And after that, you're hooked.
So what kind of boat you got here, man?
This is STV. Glass boat. We run a few boats. We got 2 more coming. We run unlimited boat on nitrous. It'll be here tomorrow. But yeah, we just came out to see who's the fastest guy out here.
Why do you race?
Boy, I wish I had the answer today. My dad got me into this, not this serious, when I was 14, and I've been addicted to fast boats ever since. And it's been that way for 40, long time.
How far do you go to do these races?
Oh, let's see. Our furthest trip was, I believe, Mississippi.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing ever happened?
Oh boy, flipping a boat.
Flipping a boat.
Yeah.
Anybody hurt?
I banged up my leg really bad, and that's when we were just into lakes and rivers, sandbar racing, and you feel kind of defeated. And I took a break for a while, and that's when we decided, a buddy Kyle and mine, we flew up and watched the World Finals, and that's what made us build this boat. We went out next year and won with it.
What's the best thing about boat racing?
Oh man, best thing. I don't think I have a top pick, but it's man, I tell you, the friendships that you build out here is pretty amazing. But there's nothing like driving a fast boat on the water. I've raced cars. I've raced a lot of stuff. Bikes, boats are the most fun.
Appreciate it, man. Good talking to you.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Thank you. Go. Tell me your name and where you from?
My name's Dave Bush, and I'm from Lake Havasu City, Arizona.
Really cool. And tell me a little bit about yourself, Dave.
Oh God, I'm old, fat, and slow.
All in that order.
Yes.
Old, fat, and slow.
And I love playing with boats.
Really? And all the way from Lake Havasu City, Arizona, out here. And what do you do with the boats?
We're helping a few of the drivers here with the electronics and the engines, and just trying to set the things up to get a win.
And winning's
That's
what
the
it's
goal.
all about.
Yeah, winning solves everything.
There you go. How'd you get into this?
Oh shit, my dad bought me a 14-foot aluminum boat and a McCullough 7.5 horsepower outboard for my 10th birthday. And he said, when we build the trailer, you can go boating.
Wow.
And we built a trailer. I learned how to weld at 10, and that's where it all started.
Yeah.
I wish I had that boat today.
So I know you don't race, but I know you're a tuner and everything. And but what's the craziest thing that has happened to you coming to the races and all?
In my life?
Yeah, craziest
Oh
thing.
shit, you don't have a GoPro chip big enough.
It's a 200 gig, can't hold it all though.
I spent a lot of time in Europe and Saudi Arabia and all.
And you got your start with motorbikes, right?
Yeah, motorcycles mostly.
Really cool. Well, what's the best thing about it? The best thing about coming to the races?
Here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the people, for sure.
people.
Yeah, I've worked in all levels of professional racing, and this club style stuff is just fun. It's good people, and sometimes I actually can help where in Europe and in motorcycles. I mean, we were at the highest level, and there's a lot of smart people, and there's not a lot I have to offer in that arena. But here we can make things run better most of the time.
Cool deal. Good talking to you, man.
Okay. All right.
All right, we're here with another racer. All right, man, give me your name and where are you from?
Harry Billiot, Charleston, South Carolina.
Charleston, South Carolina. Racing here in Lake Butler. How far is that for you to come?
About 4.5 hours, 300 miles.
Not too terribly bad. Tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, I've been racing for 15 years. I race Pro Mod.
Man, you've been racing a long time.
Racing a while, yeah.
Now, how'd you get into it?
I met some guys with fast boats down in Houston, Texas, and got hooked on racing. And just made hundreds of friends since then, racing all over the place.
That's a pretty boat behind you right there. What kind of boat you got right here?
Got an Allison XR 2001 drag boat, Petty Blue.
Really pretty. Really pretty.
3.6 liter Mercury big block engine on the back, which is a little different. Makes pretty good power. It's a lot of fun.
And why do you race, man?
Because I love it. Just love the speed, and mostly made so many friends.
Oh yeah.
Just, enjoy seeing my friends.
And what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you? Here to race.
Hooked going over 100 miles an hour a couple times. Not my fault, but it happened.
Oh yeah.
Nobody got hurt, thank the good Lord.
That's a good thing.
With it.
But what's the best thing about the races?
Probably seeing my friends, and when my boat runs good, doing well.
Perfect, man. Good talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
All right, man, this is a new racer to me right here, but I guarantee you probably know him on Facebook or something like that. Step in the sun just a little bit where I can see you. Yeah, that's perfect. Now I can see your face a little bit better. Hey, man, name, where you from?
Tanner Freibot from Umatilla, Florida.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I know you. You probably don't know me, right?
Oh, I know you.
A little bit about yourself, man.
I'm just been racing for about 1.5 years. Literally just work, and then on the weekends run the boat when I can. Hang out with family, friends, as much as I can do.
Cool deal. How'd you get into all this?
My grandpa's been in it for a while. Obviously, Doc Weissnecker, he's been a big help. And then my dad's been in it, my grandpa, pretty much family.
So you've been in fast boats since you was a little boy?
Yeah, since I was, even before I was born, in my mama's belly. We've been doing it my whole life.
Even in mom's belly?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Rocking and rolling in the belly there.
For sure.
Hey, why you race? Why do you do
race
this?
for the adrenaline rush, really.
The big adrenaline.
And then really to, support my family, because they've been doing it. I want the tradition to keep going. I want to help the little kids get into boat racing. Like I love the rush. I love boat racing. Don't get me wrong, but I want to help the younger generation get in it, just like JR.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's the thing. Why do you race? Hey, why do you do this?
I do it for the fun, the time that I can spend with my boat. It's like another girlfriend to me, another wife.
Oh yeah.
It's just I have a bond with my boat. It's just me and her. So
she's expensive?
Yeah, she's very expensive.
She's expensive. Your wife's gonna see this.
Yeah, that's fine. She's expensive too.
What's the craziest things ever happened here? Racing, anything like it?
About blew the boat over a couple times, testing, trying to get it as fast as I can get it. I mean, nothing really too crazy, but I mean, I've been in the boat long enough. I know what she'll do. So, I mean, it gets sketch here and there. Wind's blowing crosswind like today, crosswinds. It's gonna do a little different, but I'll figure it out.
What's the best thing about the races and coming here?
All the people, spectators, all the support behind everybody.
Cool deal, man. Good talking.
Yes, sir.
All right, here with the next racer. Your name and where you from, man?
My name's Chip Ellis. I'm from Moxville, North Carolina.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about yourself, Chip.
I'm just a poor guy out here trying to have fun with my friends, and boat racing is like what we like to do to have fun.
I know you're a pro stock motorcycle racer. How do you compare this type of racing with what you do?
Well, the pro stock bike, I've made so many runs on it. It's almost just like walking, you know what I mean? You don't have to think about it, but I don't drive this boat very much. My daughter Mackenzie drives it, and she couldn't make it this weekend, so I come out here and try my hand at it. And so it's a big challenge for me to try to drive the boat since I don't drive it that much. So like I said, we just come to have fun, and you know, the boat ran really good at the last race when Mackenzie was driving it, so we're not going to change anything other than drivers, and we'll see if this driver can drive as good as the other driver.
Nah, I doubt it.
I guarantee you I can't.
I really doubt it. Mackenzie's the driver. I wish she was here where I could interview her too.
Yeah, I wish she was here too, but it's her birthday weekend. She's 21, so I think, you know, just to travel from our house to here, it's about 9 hours, and she didn't want to make the trip, so we were already down in Florida anyway, so we just come on over and we'll see what this Allison with this Mercury Power can do.
Now, how'd you get into all this?
Man, from the day I got out of high school, you know, always wanted a boat. We always had boats when I was a kid growing up, water skiing and whatnot. And, never had any real fast boats, but that was the first thing I did, was got a boat when I got out of high school. And we got our first Allison probably in 1999 or 2000, and we've been an Allison family ever since. We currently own 3 of them, and I just love boat racing. Unfortunately, I had to make a living racing motorcycles. I wouldn't say unfortunately, but had to make a living racing motorcycles so we could play with the boats.
And what kind of boat you got here?
So this is a 1996 Allison XR2001, what they call the river racer. So it's a little bit heavier layup than the drag, but for us, you know, we're not heavy. I weigh 140 pounds. Mackenzie weighs 120. So the class we typically run is the 1,400 pound river racer class. So we have about close to 200 pounds in the boat to make weight. So you know, that river racer combination works good for us.
And what's the craziest things ever happened to you, the racing and the boats?
It's been a couple of them. I spun one out at Jasper in 2019, got crossed up in some wakes and blew out, and data said we pulled 4.1 lateral G's when it turned around. The other crazy thing is my buddy Steve Kimmel blew over at Rocks Pond, and I seen the safety boat was still tied up to the dock when I turned around, so I just tried to help him as best I could, and fortunately he was all right. But boat racing wise, that's about it. That's about crazy as it gets.
Being a witness to that, I'd like to know what kind of G's you pulled when you turned that Allison around at the end of the track. Man, that's crazy.
It was 4.1 lateral G's.
Crazy.
And
amazing.
It got my attention. I mean, it happened so fast, there was nothing I could do, and I feel like, you know, running 200 miles an hour on a motorcycle, my train of thought's pretty good, but that day it wasn't nothing I could do but just hold on, you know.
Best thing about the races?
Man, the best thing about the races to me is just being with your friends. You know, it's a camaraderie amongst all of us boat racers. You know, we share the same passion. So to come out here, share our passion with our friends. I mean, what else can you ask for on a beautiful sunny day in Florida?
Hey, perfect, man. Good talking to you, Chip.
Thank
Good luck.
you, Benny. Appreciate y'all.
All right, I'm here with my next racer right here. And go ahead and give me your name and where you from, man.
My name's Michael Bates. I'm from Long Island, New York.
Wow.
Not New York City.
Not New York. That's where the sauce is from, right? New York City, yeah. All right, man. I hear you know good things about the I-95.
Oh, yeah. Just avoid it at all costs.
All I-95. But the truck stops. What are the best things about the truck stops?
You want to use glory hole B, not glory hole A.
Exactly. I thought so. And tell me a little bit about yourself, Mike.
I'm a contractor. I've been doing this stuff for a long time. It's kind of like an addiction. It's a passion. And that's why we put in the time to come here and travel so far to do this.
Yeah, you said Long Island, New York, and to Lake Butler. How far was that?
I think it was about 1,000 miles or so.
And so where are you going next week, Mike?
I'm going, well, I don't know. We might go to Morgan City, Louisiana, or we might go home. Common sense tells me go home and go back to work. And the back of my head's going, no, you could take another week off. So
it's cold in New York.
We're not sure yet.
It's cold in New York, right?
Yeah.
I thought so. Hey, how'd you get into this?
Oh, I grew up on the water and pretty much had salt water in my veins. So been doing this a long time.
So where you live, it's a little bit different than racing out here in the lake and the fresh water.
Absolutely, yeah. Up there, nobody really races up there. It's all about the big number. You know, people want to have the big number. You know, 130, 135, and
it's not about the quickness. It's about the top end.
It's all about the top end, right?
Yeah, and the quickness is where it's at. Hey, why do you race, Mike?
That's a good question. I enjoy it. I love it, and it's a passion. It's my passion.
And what kind of boat you got here? Tell me a little bit about it.
It's a 19-foot STV. I have a 2.5 liter Mercury on it. Currently, we're running a Dave Bush system on it, the ignition and an ECU, and trying to get with some more modern technology in the boat, and it seems to be helping a lot.
Cool thing. And what's the craziest thing that's ever happened coming to, going to, or at the races?
Oh, blowing over. Yeah. Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah. And nobody hurt?
Nobody hurt, no.
Thank goodness.
Last time I blew over, I had about 116, and I had my belts on, and you know what happened to me? I got wet, not hurt.
That's the good thing. Yeah, best thing about all this, the best thing about the boat races?
The people. My race boat family, I call them. That's the best thing I like about it.
Well, that's a cool deal,
I'll
man.
be in the dead of winter and somebody will call me from 5 states away. I just wanted to call you to say I love you, bro. And I think that's awesome. That's my race boat family.
Hey, that's cool, man. Good talking to you.
Okay.
And of course with Mike right here, I'm gonna let him go on down here. He's got a little friend that he brings to the races right here. And
yeah, her name is Slinky. Unless we're south of the Mason-Dixon line, then it's Slanky.
It's definitely the Slanky girl right there. I'm gonna have to get close to her, try to get the shadows off of her. Of course, she's got one on her face, but hey, there she is. She's all part of the racing too. All right. Pretty well tell who I'm here with now. This is Mr. Ronnie Gilbert. He's a prop guy. Ronnie, tell me a little bit about where you're from.
I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana. Born and raised down in the south. And this is actually my first trip here. And it is gorgeous. It's beautiful here.
Beautiful weather, isn't it?
Oh, the weather, the lake is gorgeous. It's a nice place to race.
And you're not a racer. What do you actually do?
I tune the propellers. I build and tune drag props.
And I see them here on the table right here. It's really nice. So this is what you do and what you work on.
This is one of my props.
Really nice stuff here. And how'd you get into all this?
Oh God, way back when the oil field fell, in the late 70s, the wife told me I had to do something for myself, and we didn't have a propeller shop in town, so I fished and hunted a lot, so decided to go ahead and try it, and did it, and here we are 42 years later.
So normally my question is why you race. So I know why you build propellers, but you build performance propellers. You don't
Correct. Right. And I had a propeller shop, a Mercury Service Center for a long time, and sold it and retired. And then some people got me back into tuning and stuff, so I I enjoy it. I love it. And all the people you meet, so I mean, it's a bunch of great people.
Fantastic. And what's the best thing about coming to the races here?
The best thing is all the people you meet and all the stories you hear.
All the stories.
Oh my God, yes.
Can you got any stories, or you don't just?
No.
You can't. Well, how is Mike Bates' transsexual surgery going?
I think there's going to be a video out at the end of the month.
Perfect. Good talking to you, Ronnie. All right, I want to kind of get some pictures of Mike's stuff here. Of course, we got the American flag flying out there. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. I'm here with my next racer right here. Go ahead and give me your name. Where you from?
Greg Hempfling. I'm with Mike Bates from Long Island, New York.
That's a hoof down the road, I guarantee you.
Yeah, hop, skip, and a jump.
95 was a lot of fun coming here.
Yeah, 95.
Hey, well, tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Okay, I'm a gasoline pump and tank installer. Been doing it for 40 years. And I kind of got invited down here. I was looking to get back into it. And Mike came on over and we threw the boat together in a few weeks. Did a little testing, and here I am.
Cool deal. How'd you get into all this?
Well, Mike got me started in it about 25 years ago. I had it started out with a 15-foot Hydro Stream. Wore that as a hat. Didn't get hurt, thank God. And after that, I went to a 20-foot laser. Had that for a year or two, and then I got my first Allison with my first 2.5. And man, did that thing kick butt. And that was it. You know, we had that hurricane up north, Sandy, and I had to put my house back together because we did get devastated, and I kind of cried when I had to get rid of that boat, you know. And I missed the sport, and I was out of it for a few years, and like I said, Mike got me back into it, man. He's the biggest brother I never had.
Cool deal.
And yeah, it's...
Why do you race, man?
Because I love the speed.
Love the speed,
Love the speed.
Is it different than land? Is it different than a bike or car? Different?
Well, up where I come from, you'd be crazy to own a bike, you know? So,
yeah.
Trust me, if I lived down here, I'd have a garage full of them, but no can do up there. And like I said, I was never into hot rods as far as the vehicles go, because then I'd be in jail with no license. So out there, they can't catch me.
That's true. What's the best thing about all this?
The Southern hospitality, man. These people are great.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting to meet everybody. And I'll tell you what, it's going to bring my ass back here.
So you eat grits?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you go. But don't put sugar in them.
I like them just the way they are.
There you go, with butter.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. Good talking to you.
All righty. And we'll be seeing you.
Go. All right, I'm here with my next racer. We'll get back here by his motor here real good and everything. Your name and where you from?
Marty Alexi from Breaux Bridge, Louisiana.
Hey, tell me a little bit about yourself, Marty.
Well, I've been racing about 16, 17 years. Moved up in the class into Pro Gas just about 4 or 5 years ago. And things are going well so far.
Cool deal. How'd you get into all of this?
I grew up on the bayou in South Louisiana. It's just, it's second nature to us down there, pretty much.
Back where the food's good and you got to jump alligators and stuff?
Absolutely. Great food, a lot of hunting, a lot of fishing. And once you quit fishing as a kid, you get into racing. That's how that happened.
What's the craziest things ever happened racing and down on the bayou and all?
Craziest thing ever happened. I had a friend of mine. We were two boats. We were young teenagers, and we had 2 guys in each boat, and we hit some waves, and I saw one of my buddies come out the boat doing a cartwheel. That was the funnest thing I've ever seen. He
so
was
nobody
fun.
hurt?
Nobody hurt.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. And how'd you get into all this?
Well, like I said, you know, growing up from South Louisiana, I was a kid and I used to hear these boats pass up and down the bayou, and I would come running outside, and I knew that's what I wanted to do as a young kid.
Yep. And why do you race?
Why do I race? The passion.
The passion.
Love of it.
Not much money in it, eh?
Not much money at all. Matter of fact, you just gotta survive, you know, and it's fairly inexpensive, but then if you get up in class, it could be really expensive. So so for the new guys that want to get in, all of us older guys are willing to help. So we hope they join.
I hear that from everyone. What kind of boat you got here?
I have an Allison 2001 drag. It's a heavier boat because I run a heavier class. So
really pretty, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
And what's the best thing about the races and coming here?
The people. Absolutely 100% the people. We make friends from coast to coast pretty much. That is the best thing about it.
It's good talking to you and good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Go. All right, I'm here with my next racer right here. And what's your name and where are you from?
Jason Beecher. I'm from Tampa, Florida.
Cool deal, man. So not that far of a ride for you here to Lake Butler, Florida.
No, just a couple hours.
That's a good thing. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Jason. What you doing and everything?
So I like to go boat racing, obviously, but I'm actually a manager for a health insurance company.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
So a lot of office work and ties and everything and dressing up and pretty well.
Yeah, it's not a whole lot of fun, man.
How'd you get into this?
My old man did it for quite a bit of time and just kind of fell into it, I guess.
Cool deal. And why do you race? What makes your passion here?
I mean, I've loved it since I was a little kid because of my dad, but it's a good group of guys. It's, you know, kind of like a family-oriented thing, and honestly, it's just something to get you out of the damn house, and it's a lot of fun.
Cool deal. You just had a new baby too, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Her name's Savannah. She's 11 weeks old now. So this will be her first boat race.
Yeah, I wish we had video. Maybe we'll get some video over tomorrow. Try to remind me and stuff.
Sounds good.
Hey, and what kind of boat you got here? Because it's completely different. This is a little bit different than everybody else's boat. This one looks more kind of like, to me, a space shuttle or something like that.
Yeah, man, we're floating into space. This is a 2019 QS1 built by Jack Barsh in Jacksonville, Florida. And just got a little fishing motor on the back of it.
Little fishing motor, you say, right?
That's it, man.
Yeah, okay.
200.
We'll believe that, yeah. Hey, well, what's the craziest thing that's happened at the races?
Man, I don't know if we should talk about that.
I'm not talking.
Some pretty messed up things happen in the hotels after this.
Is that like hotel parking lot crazy, or?
Yeah, you know, that's one of the best things about boat racing is everything that happens after the race is usually what makes this the most fun, but probably not child appropriate.
All right, we screwed up there a little bit, and that's right, I'll admit it. And the battery ran out. So, hey, I was going to ask Jason right here, right now, what's the best thing about all this? The best thing about the races?
It's definitely, I mean, obviously it's fun for everybody, but it's kind of like an addiction. You start out, however, some guys end up like starting on the river, or, you know, their old man did this or whatever, but it really is addicting. So you really can't get out of it, even if you want to, it seems like. And just, you know, hanging out with all these people, everybody here is real close, everybody knows everybody, and you know, those parking lot parties and everything, usually a good time.
And so you really can't, it's kind of like Hotel California is what you're saying. You can check in. You can check in, but you can't leave?
Pretty much. I mean, it's hard to get out of this once you get in it, you know.
Yeah.
It's different description than anything I could ever do. You know, it ain't like people playing golf or people even running motocross. There's something about these old two-strokes and these boats. There ain't nothing like it.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the little jail incident you had from the Catholic Church and the nuns?
We don't talk about that, man. Hopefully that don't happen again.
Jason, good talking to you.
Thanks.
Hey, Benny, this reminds me of that weekend we spent in Vienna.
Oh, I remember that.
Mike, we're going back?
That was about all the... Wasn't that about all the Vienna sausages?
Are we going back?
Going back to read data. Right?
Was that any good?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it when we get over there.
So Mike, did how was the night last night? Did Methany come by?
Methany?
Yes.
Yeah.
How long did she stay?
Till about daybreak.
How much was it this year? I hear she's got a deal going.
It's probably, you can get away with now, if she's desperate, probably like a quarter ounce a day.
A quarter ounce a day. And it's that good blue, right?
Yeah.
All right, GoPro, stop recording.
Blue.
All right, now here's some characters right here. Hey, we can come up here, right here.
You must be talking about that crowd.
Yeah, that's that crowd right here. Well, here's the guru right here. He don't race no more, but this the man right here. This is Sam the man, Sammy Corley.
Right.
Hey, tell me a little bit about yourself, Sammy.
I'm old.
You're old? Where you from, man?
Florence, Darlington, South Carolina.
Darlington, South Carolina.
Yep.
And you're out of racing now, but you still, I guess not.
Still got some toys.
Still got some toys and everything. Still got some go fast boats.
Yeah, Todd's doing all the racing now.
How long you been into this?
Ever since I can remember.
And what?
She said 50 years.
And what got you into it?
The PD River, the Bluff, went down there and saw a boat race and been hooked ever since.
There you go. And what's the name of your club?
South Carolina Melon Bellies.
Melon Bellies. Now, why would they call you Melon Bellies? Is that? Oh, come on.
Hey, some of these Florida people did that. We came into a rally and we outrun them the first time. We come back next time, they said, there's them damn South Carolina Melon Bellies again.
Oh, Lord.
And it stuck.
And it stuck.
Yep.
So that's what it is. Hey, why do you race? What's the coolest thing about coming and
the people?
The people.
The people, without a doubt.
Good people. And I was going to ask you the craziest thing. I mean, I don't have enough. I think I don't have enough memory. Not enough memory on the card, but yeah, that's Mr. Sammy right there. Sammy, good talking to you.
Thank you, man.
All right, bud. All right, that's a pretty boat right there. Man, first thing I'm gonna let you do is tell me a little bit about that boat right there. Wow.
It's a 2010 Hydrostream Venom. Got a 225 Pro Max on it, 20-inch mid, 200 gear case.
How fast that thing go? 800 feet.
It'll probably in 800 feet, it'll run like in the 90s, over 90s.
Man, that's fast. All right, well.
It's still good because I can ride down in the lake with it tomorrow. So.
Yeah, so basically you got a boat that you can take to the lake and a boat that you can race on the weekend.
Yep.
Cool deal. And what's your name and where you from, man?
I'm Todd Corley, from Timmonsville, South Carolina. Got started, my uncle and my dad used to circle race, and they quit circle racing around where we're at, so drag racing started, and I got into it.
Yeah, what's the craziest thing you've seen at these races?
Craziest thing I've seen?
Yeah, man.
Probably some of these blowovers that we've seen. You know, it's hard to believe you can see one blowover like that, and all the safety equipment and everything nowadays, you come away okay with it.
Yeah, that's the good thing. And what's the best thing about this? What's the best thing about driving this far to these races?
I would have to say the people, the camaraderie, and you know, you don't go many places where you can go race against somebody and there's anybody that's here that's willing to help you if something goes wrong, or if you need something. One of the other racers that you're racing against will give you whatever they have to help you.
That's perfect, man. And good talking to you, Todd, and best of luck this weekend.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Let me get out of here. No, he's getting ready to do your interview, boy.
All right, here's my next interviewee here right here. He's shining that boat up and everything, making it look pretty. I guess I'll first ask you about the boat since I'm up here. This boat I know, I'm gonna let that boat there get by a minute, but I know this boat has a history.
It does. It's a 1980 16-foot Allison. Used to be circle track race. When I was 4 years old, Daddy got hurt, and they pulled him into this boat to get him to the ambulance.
Wow.
So it was cool to end up with it as an adult and be able to come out here and continue to race and play with it.
That's an amazing history right there, man. What's your name? Where are you from?
James Ralph, out of Wilmington, North Carolina.
That's a cool thing. And how did you get into all this racing? I heard you say your daddy.
Man, when I was 3 years old, every weekend, well, even before that, every weekend we were going to boat races as a kid. My dad worked on boats, and it was just, man, I loved my first word was boat. So
first word?
I was fortunate enough.
Oh, come on now. Your
I'm
first.
serious.
That's it. How'd you say that? Boat?
Bice.
Oh, you call it bice, but it was a boat
but
though.
That's what they said. I'd pointed a boat. Bice.
Yeah.
But found out, you know, everybody quit circle track racing around the southeast area back in the late 90s, and found out they were running a drag boat, so threw a little outfit together and came to play with them.
Man, well, why do you race? All the money,
yeah, all the money that you waste.
Oh, I thought it was big money you won.
No, you're never gonna collect what you got in it. Man, it's just, I mean, you look around. One of the guys that we race with said it best. He said, "Our competitors are our biggest fans. You come out here as friendship, family. You get out on the race course, you forget who each other are, and you go race, and then you come back and you help the man with whatever he needs."
You just said something I haven't heard anybody say yet, and that's competitors are our biggest fans.
That's
and
right.
that right there says it all. That truly does.
My buddy
man.
Farron Smith said that the other day.
So he's the man that come up with that.
Yep. That was. I wish I could take credit for it, but we really are the class that we run. We run hard. But at the end of the day, if one of us has a bad day, we want to see them get it figured out and come back and be competitive. So.
That's the best, man. Hey, good talking to you. Best of luck this weekend.
Thank y'all.
All right, coming up here on a older Hydro Stream right here. Tell me a little bit about the boat, man.
15-foot Hydro Stream Viper, the modified 200.
Wow. Yeah, it used to basically be a ski boat back in the day.
Yeah, 1978.
Wow. Yeah, a year after I was out of high school. Oh, I didn't say that, did I? So how old are you, Charlie?
Oh, 52 now.
50? Oh, only 52?
Yeah.
Well, you're a young guy, man.
Yeah.
Hey, name and where you from?
Port St. Charlie, Poveremo, Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Cool deal, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself. What you doing on?
Marine mechanic.
Marine mechanic. Yeah, I've seen your stuff on Facebook. Those little, yeah, those little engine rooms and everything. Nah, I'll pass on that with claustrophobia. How did you get into all this other than being a marine mechanic?
Walking home from school past Muzzle Boats, which was the Hydro Stream dealer. That was my first job, sweeping the floor.
So you saw these back in the 80s and were hooked.
When they were new, yes.
You were definitely hooked.
Yep.
Yep. Why do you race, man?
Because it's fun and we get to hang out with friends.
Always, yeah. And what's the craziest thing? The craziest thing that's happened here? The craziest thing in the racing?
Well, last year with the mud bog racing in the park.
I was
pretty well up there.
I forgot. Nobody said nothing about. I'm gonna pan around right here real quick. I'm gonna try to go slow, but yeah, definitely this field. When it becomes, when I seen you come in with the camper, I was like, if it rains, that dude's not gonna make it out of here. But he knows, Charlie knows, because he was here last year, and like he said, it became the drag boat mud bog races. And Charlie, what's the best thing about all this down here?
Getting to see everybody we don't normally get to see.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep. And somebody said something over there a minute ago. They made a comment that said it's not really the fans, but your competitors are usually your best fans here. There's a load of group of great friends and all.
Friends.
All right, man. Hey, best of luck this weekend and good talking to you.
Be good, buddy.
Go.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, man. Here we are with Max Blackwell, aka Keith Hancock. Tell me a little bit about. I done lost my script. Holy God. Hey, tell me a little bit about yourself, man. We don't need no script.
Keith Hancock, aka Max Blackwell, Eatonton, Georgia. Out here enjoying the boat races.
Cool deal, man. How long you been doing this?
Sanctioned 5 or 6 years now, I guess, and playing in sandbars and rivers.
Cool
most
deal.
Of my life.
Let's walk down here and look at your boat and see what you got, and tell me a little bit about what we got right here. Man, that thing's pretty.
It's a 2010 Quartermaster. Got a V6 Pro power head on it right now. That's what I've been running the last couple of years, doing pretty good. Fixing to go over here and see if I've gained too much weight.
Well, I think you won this race last.
I did.
Yep, because I remember getting the flag shots of you as the photographer here.
That's right.
And how'd you get into all this?
I actually am from South Florida, and I grew up right next door to the Mercury Racing, or the Mercury Test Center. So watching hot rod boats go in and out of the test center every day, all day, every day. I always wanted me a hot rod boat.
Yeah. And why you do this? What fuels your passion here?
I don't know. It's a lot of work and a lot of aggravation, but you know, that few seconds of going into the staging lane and a few seconds of going on the track makes it all worth it. But when it's time to load up and go back home, it makes you wonder again.
And what's the craziest thing? Craziest thing you've seen here?
I don't know. Seen some crashes. People luckily walk away. That's crazy, miracle. What do you want to say? And some crazy setups and crazy people. I don't know. I don't know what the craziest thing is.
What's the best thing about all this?
The people, I think. Just friendship with everybody. Really good group of people.
Most definitely. Guy over there said a minute ago that your competitors are your best friends.
That's right. That's right. I've fooled with car racing and stuff like that, and it's just
it's not the same.
Totally different atmosphere.
Yeah. More cutthroat, huh?
Yeah.
Or totally cutthroat.
Yeah.
Well, Keith, good talking to you, buddy, and best of luck this weekend.
Yes, sir.
All right, here with my next boat racer. And come on up here a little bit, man, where I can get you in frame right there. There we go. And tell me your name. Where are you from?
I'm Trey Skipper. I'm from Conway, South Carolina.
Conway, South Carolina. That's really cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm 20 years old. I work at a body shop with my daddy, and I like to race.
Work with a body shop, man. You ever get any fast cars? I know you're into go-karts and stuff.
Yeah, I used to ride go-karts, and we like to drag race on. Go to the drag strip a little bit. Daddy's got a little plate truck.
And what's the difference between that and these boats right here, man? What's more adrenaline rush?
These boats. I grew up, I live on the river, so I've always been running up and down the river and got into it, and I love it.
Cool thing, man. How'd you get into all this? You did say a little bit.
Yeah, my daddy. He put me in a little 14-foot Allison when I was about 10 years old and driving. He let me drive in his lap. Then that's where I started.
10 years
that's
old.
where I started at.
How old were you for your first race?
I was 11.
11 at the
They
first
had a
race?
little novice class that I got to run in with a little stock motor.
How'd you do?
I won.
Hey, wow. So that kind of got you hooked,
Yeah,
eh?
ever since then I've been riding them.
So why do you do all this?
I do it because me and my daddy, we get the bond and we both love it. It's something we both enjoy.
So what kind of boat you got, man?
I got a STV, a 2010.
2010, you got what kind of
Jack
power on the back you
It's
got?
260 with carburetors.
That is awesome, man.
Yeah, it gets down. I love it.
Well, what's the craziest thing you've seen and done at these races? Or do you want to say?
Yeah. Getting high sometimes, over trimming it, and it'll make you back out. Yeah.
Get you a little scared, eh?
It'll calm you right down.
Well, what's the best thing about coming and being at these races?
I love it just to see all the people, because everybody that usually races boats, they all straight up pretty good people. They love it. And it's something you love. You can share it with them.
Well, that's perfect, man. Best of luck this weekend.
Yeah. Thank you, Benny.
All right, buddy. All right, man, it's my next racer right here. We'll get a picture of his boat right here and come on up to him. And, hey, what's your name? Where are you from?
Mike Gregson from New Smyrna Beach, Florida.
Cool deal, Mike. Tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Almost 38, been running boats my whole life, and out here giving something new a try with these new 4-strokes.
Yeah, and that's another thing about your motor back here. You got most of these guys are running 2-strokes, and Mike's running this big whopper-headed Yamaha VMAX back here that makes his helmet look like he's got a little peanut head going on.
Makes it small.
Yeah, most definitely. What kind of boat you got here, man? Pretty boat, man, really pretty. And how'd you get into all this?
My parents been running boat races since the 80s and 90s, and they used to put on races all back then, so I've just sort of grown up doing it.
Perfect, man. Why do you do this? Why do you race?
It's fun. There's really nothing else that I've done in my life that really compares to it. So.
I know you got a Hayabusa and all.
Yeah,
what's the difference?
That's a little different, but I guess maybe since I grew up doing the boats, I'm a little more accustomed to that. And Hayabusa is fun, but
what's the feel of speed like? Difference?
Hayabusa's hard to beat.
Yeah,
it's pretty quick.
Yeah, most people say the boats are cool, but when you're on the top end of that, yeah. Well, what's the craziest thing that's happened to you at the boat race?
At the races, not a whole lot. I've had pretty good luck with them. River riding, I've come out of a boat before, but you know, at the races, it's been pretty good.
And what's the best thing about all this?
Just mostly meeting everybody, and every year we always meet more and more great people. That's really the best thing about the whole boating community.
That's perfect, man. And how are you coming along since you had your penis enlargement?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, perfect, man. Hey, best of luck to you, buddy.
All right, thanks.
All right, I'm here with my next racer right here. Can you tell me your name, where you from?
Curtis Collins, Umatilla, Florida.
Cool deal, Curtis. Tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Started racing beginning of soda. We started racing. That's it. Here we are.
There you go.
Ferries and
what kind of boat you got here, man?
It's a 91 Allison XB002. It's a bass racer. Yes, sir.
So you racing the
We race a bass and ski class.
Bass and ski class.
Yes,
there
sir.
you go. How'd you get into all this, man?
Doc Weisnecker, Dorsey Freibot, all the old school drag racing legends. Started off bass fishing, racing that way. I bought this to bass fish out of, and it sucked me right out of fishing and right into racing.
Right into racing, there you go.
Yes, sir.
You got to go fast to get to the fish, though.
Oh, yeah. I kind of lost my love for fishing, though. Here we are.
Well, why do you race?
I don't know, adrenaline, I guess.
Adrenaline?
Yeah, I've been boats, cars, all that.
Yeah. How fast have you been in your boat?
I've been at 110, 111, set up completely different though.
Yeah.
It's not like it is now. Bigger
That's
prop, different fuel curve, all that good stuff.
Yep. Well, what's the best thing about the races?
I guess a stab off the line.
Stab off the line,
Yes,
the jump?
Sir. Yes, sir.
The jump, eh?
Yep.
That's a good thing. Well, best of luck this weekend, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. We're looking forward to it.
All right. All right, I'm here with Shane Hyman. Go ahead and tell me your name and where you from, man.
Shane Hyman from Florence, South Carolina.
Yeah, how long of a ride was it down here to Lake Butler?
6 hours.
That's good. Tell me a little bit about yourself, man. What you doing all?
I run a monument company in Florence, and got a little side hustle off the side with Hyman Motorsports, and hunt and fish. That's about it. Work.
Yep.
A lot of work.
How'd you get into boat racing?
Run the rivers all my life. Went to a couple races local over at Tabor City, and just started hanging out and hung out for about 1.5 years, and went and got me a race boat and hit the water.
Why you race? What do you find so great about this? Why do you do this?
Friendships.
What's the best thing about all this here?
Meet new people, and whether you win or lose, you're friends in the end. I mean,
and what's the craziest thing that's happened to you or you've seen here at one of these races?
Craziest thing? Whew, let me think on that. And, oh, right here, the mud bogging. When the mud bog, we had a big rainstorm come up, and had more rain, had more people watching the mud bog than there was watching the race at one time.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And how have you been doing since you had your breast implants?
Doing good. They went down now.
Yeah, because I know you got some big ones. Well, Shane, it's good talking to you, and best of luck this weekend.
Appreciate it.
Oh, it's broke. I thought it was. You got to make it, beat it a couple of times. All right, I'm here with my next racer right here, and give me your name and where are you from, man?
How you doing? George Fuller. I'm from Bayville, New Jersey. Long way away.
Long way, big time ride. Hey, and tell me a little bit about yourself, George.
I'm an old guy, old school. Been boat racing since I was a kid. Just can't stop, just can't grow up.
How'd you get into all this?
My family, everybody in my family raced.
They all raced?
Yeah, everybody raced. Everybody kneeled down hydros, utilities. And I'm the only one who went to the bigger stuff. My brother did run an F1 boat for a couple of years, but I'm the only one that really stuck with it full time.
So in New Jersey, do you have fresh water to race in, or are you racing the bays? Or?
We have some lakes and stuff, but racing up north is terrible. Actually, this boat stays in Florida down here because I'd rather fly down here and go to the local races down south because there's nothing up north anymore. It just ended.
Why do you do all this? Why do you race?
I just can't stop. I love it. I love the adrenaline rush. I like the technical aspect. I like working on it. I mean, I'm in the boat business, marine business. We build our own motors, and I can't stop. I love it. I've tried, but every time I sell a boat, I go out and buy another one.
Speaking of working on it, what you working on? What kind of boat? What do you have here?
It's a Mirage Quartermaster, and it's got a Mercury outboard on it. We run V6 Pro Class, which basically it's got to be a stock fishing motor. You're allowed to modify it, do anything you want to it, as long as it has the laser style fuel injection on it.
There you go. And what's the craziest thing you've ever seen at these boat races?
Oof. Huh. Wow. There's been some hellacious blowovers, and the best part about it is everybody walked away.
That's
the best part. Everybody walked away from them.
And what's the best thing about the races? The best thing about coming?
You know, it's the camaraderie. It's all the people you meet, all our friends. I mean, we're all friends. We're from different parts of the country, and everybody contacts each other, stays in contact. You know, we stand in the parking lot and bench race there and have a couple beers, and there's usually people cooking, and it's just like one huge family. Everybody jumps in. If somebody's broke, somebody jumps in and helps them. Everybody does what they can to keep everybody going.
Most definitely. Hey, and good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Ben.
Go. I'm here with my next boat racer right here. And go ahead and give me your name and where you from.
Jeff Tyner. I'm from St. Cloud, Florida.
That's real cool, man. A little bit about yourself.
Well, as far as boat racing, started boat racing back in about 99, 2000, and then raced with ODBA, and started with Pro Carb and stayed with that a few years. Went to Modified, and then back then they had Pro Gas. We all ran quarter mile, and kind of got out of it for a while. Did a little bit of sandbar racing, and got back into it, and here we are today. We're out here running with ODBA and Soda. Soda's a great club, ODBA as well. All of the clubs are fantastic to go to and run with, and so we're out here running Pro Mod and see how we do this weekend.
Tell me a little bit about your boat, man. Let me pan back a little bit.
It's a 2009 Allison carbon fiber. Used to be Rich Cernick's old boat, and it's got a 2.5 Mercury by Purcell, and Greg Scott purchased this boat a few years back, right before Rich Cernick passed away, and give me the opportunity to drive it, and it's been real fun running it, and I appreciate everything that everybody's done.
How'd you get into all this?
Well, like everybody else, I started with a bass boat, and you get out on the lake and get up next to another guy with a bass boat, and I said, boy, I really like this speed on the water, and so, you know, that kind of went from there to a Hydra Stream, and then to an Allison at XBO2, and had quite a few boats.
Yep. Yeah. Why do you race?
Like everybody races, competition. It's fun, you know. It's fun to get out there and you get that adrenaline, and just nothing better than just, you know, competition. You know, I think it doesn't really matter, you know, competition's competition, whether it's a boat, a car, or, you know, motorcycle. You know, it's just the thrill of you know, being chased or chasing somebody.
Being chased. What's the best thing about the races and coming here?
The people. It's good. The people are good as you're self-burning. I mean, people are just awesome, and you make a lot of friends, and everybody's helpful, and it's just a good time. Just a good time.
How have you been doing since your penis reduction?
Pretty good, because it was way too big. I mean, it was just hurting my kneecaps and all that.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, you have a great weekend. Good luck to you, buddy.
Thank you.
Go. All right, give me your name and where you from, man.
Jack Barsh. I'm out of Jacksonville, Florida.
All right, and a little bit about yourself and what you do.
These boats that we race, a lot of them out here are my design. I build them. I've been racing boats since I was 20 years old, so about 32 years.
Wow. And since you said boats and everything, it looks like the damn space shuttle behind you. What? Go ahead and just tell me about your boat.
This is a QS1. It's the newest model by Full Throttle Powerboats.
I'm gonna go ahead and pan down the side because it's absolutely beautiful.
Sure. This is a Kevlar carbon boat, all vacuum bagged, very light, powered by a V8 by Monty Racing. Ready, rigged the way you see it, is only 900 pounds. It runs an unlimited class.
So with the motor and all?
With the motor and all.
900. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe with the motor and everything.
Yep. It should run through the trap today at about 125 and 800 feet.
Wow. So this is the baddest of the bad boys out here now.
Yes, sir.
How long you been into this, man?
Oh, I've been in it. Well, I started, like I said, when I was 20 years old. I started racing offshore, and then got into the small boats. And the drag boats are a lot of fun.
Yep. And why do you do this? What pushes your
pure
passion?
adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
Pure adrenaline. It's fun. I liked the car stuff when I was young, but it's hard to do that on the streets.
Yeah, a lot of people say it's a total different feel than the car.
It is, because your track is ever changing, obviously, and it's definitely fun. I like my boats.
What's the craziest thing since you've been around? Craziest?
I was running one of my other models, and I went over backwards 125 racing, and
hurt bad or
not a scratch?
Thank
not
goodness,
a scratch. Safety cells have come a long way. Really protect the drivers in the faster classes is definitely the way to go.
Wow, that's amazing. And the best thing about this racing and everything and coming?
The best thing about it, it's growing. It's getting bigger. More people are getting into it. We're starting to see some of the younger generation starting into it, and it's good to see. We've got a few more ladies racing with us now, and I think it's good to see. I think the sport's expanding, and we got a lot more coming.
Oh wow. And do you care to elaborate on the gay bar incident that happened here last year with you and everything?
I was not a part of that. I have no recollection.
Well, good luck this weekend, Jack. And just to give you an idea how many people here, I guess I'll pan around real slow. Plus we got Harry coming in here. I don't want to get the screen here. Probably one of the worst videographers on God's earth. This side over here is filling up with people. then you can see the side behind me moving into the sun is filled up with people. This whole side here, and of course shooting into the sun is going to be really fun. There it is. Sorry about that. Hey Doug. Good. Alright, here with my next racer right here. Go ahead and give me your name. Where you from?
Toby Thompson, Cantonment, Florida.
Alright, tell me a little bit about yourself, what you do for a living and all.
I run a landscape company, just a small one out of Cantonment. Do yard maintenance and all.
How'd you get into boat racing?
I just seen, you know, guys running them and come to a couple races just watching and decided I had to get into it.
How long you been into it?
This is my first year.
First year?
Yeah.
Really cool. Tell me a little bit about your boat, man.
It's a 1990 XB. Got a 200 that Billy's outboard built for it. And just getting used to driving it, it's a lot of fun.
And what class are you in?
I'm starting in Formula One.
Formula One.
Yeah.
All right, and why do you do this? Why you race? So you're new, you're one of the new guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Some of these guys been racing 20 plus years.
Oh yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah, I started late, but I'm enjoying it.
And why do you do it?
I just like it. It's fun.
Feels good.
Yeah.
Well, what's the craziest thing that's happened to you so far?
I spun out one time. They call it blowout. First time I got it, I had a hydraulic jack plate on it and just kept coming up with it. Come too high.
Learned a lesson.
I took it off.
Learned where that line was.
Yeah. It
And
ain't on there no more.
And what's the best thing about all this? The best thing about coming to the races and actually being here and everything?
Well, I enjoyed, you know, all the people, but the best part about racing is like me, you know, I started at the bottom, so I'm getting better every time, and when you can see progress, it makes it fun.
Yep. Well, describe the color red without using any color.
Bright.
All right, here with my next racer right here. Tell me your name and where you from, man.
Billy Leggett, Alma, Georgia.
Alma, Georgia. Tell me a little bit about yourself and what you do, man.
I drive a truck as a profession, fixing to retire shortly, I hope.
How old are you, Billy?
66.
66. Now, how'd you get into boat racing, man?
I quit drinking.
So you had some extra money?
Well, my sponsor told me I needed a hobby. He just didn't tell me to get a hobby I could afford.
That's so you found a hobby that was just, yeah.
Yeah, now I can't afford it.
Now you can't afford either one. Why you do all this? Well, you just told me part of it. But
just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun of it. And what's the craziest thing you've seen done at these races? And
it's hard to enter one. That's pretty crazy in itself.
To actually enter it,
Yeah.
enter it in and of itself, eh? And what's the best thing about all the races here?
The people you meet, just like meeting you. I mean, all the people you meet.
All the good people and everything, the food and everything, parking lot stories, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, Billy, you have a good luck this weekend.
Thanks,
and
man.
everything.
Appreciate it.
You guys can't be watching this.
All right, here with my next boat racer, and give me your name and where you from.
Tristan Walker, Fort Myers, Florida.
Let me get a little closer here. Tell me a little bit about yourself, what you actually do.
I do tile marble for a living. Out of Fort Myers, Florida. I've been doing it for about 6 years now, and it's the second time racing, so.
Okay. I'm gonna let you say that one more time because I don't know if that come through on the mic. A little bit about what you do.
I do tile marble for a living. We're out of Fort Myers, Florida. Been doing it for about 6 years now.
Yep, I've seen some of your work on Facebook. Absolutely
I appreciate
amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. How'd you get into all this? How'd you get into the racing?
It started back when I was, the racing side? No, that started, we actually came up here for the first one we just watched and kind of liked it, wanted to try it out. But it's just a riverboat, we just ride it and that's it. It's got a stereo system and everything in it, so it's actually fun.
Tell me a little bit about the boat, man. So I'm gonna pan back a little bit where we can get the boat.
It's a 2020 STV. It's got 280 with drag electrics on it. That's pretty much about it.
Really pretty boat too, man. Hey, why do you do this?
For the hobby. Fun stuff.
Nothing else to waste money on?
Yeah, there's a lot you can do that.
It's all the glory, right? Yep. What's the craziest thing? You haven't been racing long, but what's the craziest thing?
That's happened?
Yeah.
Nothing so far, really.
Well, that's fantastic. What's the best thing about the races coming here? The best thing about all this?
People. It's a good time. Everyone's nice. Everyone helps out. If you need something, people are there, and it's a good time.
Really cool. And since we're here in Stark and everything, and I think later on today they're having the Gay Pride Parade. Are you going to be the marshal this year?
Yes, and I'm actually leading it. So
fantastic.
Yep, I'm going to be there.
Did you have your Elton John suit?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic. Tristan, good talking to you. Best of luck in the races.
Thanks,
here.
I appreciate it.
Go. So here we're the next guy right here. Come on around here, buddy. Come on over here by this boat right here. Tell me what you got right here.
We got the new Venom Performance Boats V20. This is a sport model.
V20.
20 foot, 11 inches long.
Absolutely beautiful
all
boat.
Composite construction.
Boy, that's a pretty boat there. And I'm gonna get you to turn around where the sun will be in your face a little bit, where I can see you there. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and get your name and everything. And
My name's Earl Henry. I'll be handling sales and marketing of these boats. Denny Lale design and builds them. This is a prototype. This is the first boat out. We're going to do a lot of testing on it, and then we will start building boats for the public.
cool deal. It's kind of based off the old Hydrostream style and everything, the Venom.
We took a Venom and started from there. We actually cut my Venom up to make it, but we changed everything. The Hydrostream Swan, the hook is gone in the nose, and the deck, the lines are completely different. It's truly our boat. It's Denny's boat.
It's a beautiful boat, and that's Denny.
Denny Lale.
Denny Lale. Is Denny here, or?
No, he's not here. He's working this weekend.
Cool deal. So you brought it. I want to get a picture of the inside and all, and try to not get my shadow all on it and everything, which is impossible now. But really pretty boat, man. Well, what's the best thing about coming to the races down here, Earl?
We love to race anywhere. We like to come down here. It's a little closer, but if there's a race going on, we like to be there.
Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate you talking to me, and good luck with your boat and everything. Thank you, man. I'm here with my next racer right here at the soda event here at Lake Butler. And all right, man, give me your name and where you from.
Dylan Bruger out of Claremont, Florida, and we just love to do this stuff. We're you know, I'm in the budget building and scraping stuff up in the backyard. Take a look back here. You can see, I mean, it ain't the nicest thing ever. Nothing but you know, zip ties, drum tape.
It's that backyard boat, eh?
Oh yeah.
It's fast, huh?
Oh yeah, it's the farm truck of the boats.
The farm truck boat, there you go.
Stuff like this, I made all this stuff, you know, cut it up out of a grinder, street sign, couple dollar store kickballs.
There you go, man.
You know, just budget building, making it happen.
And what year boat is it now?
88 XR 2002 Allison.
Really neat. But what do you do for a living, man?
I do auto collision repair in Ocoee, Florida.
Really cool. And how'd you get into racing?
I grew up around it. My dad was into it, and a mentor, Dave Renfro, really got me into it. And you know, I've just been hooked ever since. Got the bug.
And why do you race?
Just for the, you know, the sport. That's my hobby and my escape from, you know, the daily working on cars. And this is, you know, this is my escape.
And what's the craziest thing that you've seen or done at the race?
Probably running in that chop at the Lake Dora race. That was wild. That was more like offshore racing right there.
There you go. And what's the best thing about all this?
Just, you know, the kind of like the brotherhood of it. You know, everybody helping each other, and you know, I kind of messed that up.
And ain't no big deal. And how have you been since your transsexual surgery?
What's that?
I mean, how have you been? No answer?
No.
Good luck, Dylan.